All right, guys, welcome back to Downtown Rams. As always, I'm your host, Alexis Kraft, joined here with my co host, Jake Ellenbogen, and we are continuing our 2022 NFL draft prospect interviews. And joining us on the show today, we have Pierre Strong Jr., running back from South Dakota State. How are you doing today?
I'm doing real well. How y'all doing?
We're good. We're excited to talk with you, man.
Yes, sir. I'm excited to talk to y'all, too.
And to start this off, we just want to hear about how you got into the game of football.
All right, so, I was 5 years old, just a kid. My mom, she signed me up. My mom and my dad, they both signed me up to play for my community. It's like a community center league. It was called the Southwest Little Rock Ravens. So I played for them, and, as a kid, just having fun with it, never took it serious. So then my dad got to coaching us. So, we just won a lot of Super Bowls. So that's how I really got started.
Awesome. Now, growing up, getting into football, did you have a favorite football player that you looked up to?
It's a guy named Dermot McFadden. He played for the Razorbacks and with the Raiders. Yeah, he from my hometown. So, growing up, everybody loved him. Just watching him play.
He was electric in college, so I agree with you.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was dominant.
And when it came time for you to play in college, you ended up at South Dakota State. What was it that drew you there?
My coming into my senior year, I really didn't have like that many offers. I had a couple FCS offers, but Coach Johnson, he was the running back coach here at South Dakota State, and he's from Arkansas. So, he just heard about me as I was producing my senior year. He heard about me, asked me just to come up to a visit and everything. So I came on a visit, fell in love with the place, and, and they've been all blessings ever since.
Now, Pierre, if I was, and I'm not, of course, but hypothetically, I'm looking for a school to play football at. How are you pitching to me, to go to South Dakota State?
I just tell you straight, great program, winning program, it's a family atmosphere here. College town, so everybody gonna know you. I'll say just the coaching staff, they show they truth, they show that they love you. Go out their way sometimes for you, and just the atmosphere. Like I said, it's just amazing here, and the students, the fan base, everything is just amazing here. So, and then on top of that, on the downfall, I say if you're not from the north, then the cold weather gets you. So that's about the only downfall. So.
Well, I'm used to cold weather. I'm in Chicago right now, but I've lived in the Midwest my whole life. But yeah, I can imagine in South Dakota, the weather gets pretty cold. But you also played against a lot of really tough competition when you were in college. Is there anyone that stands out to you as being one of the toughest guys that you faced when you were in college?
I say Montana State, Troy Anderson, linebacker. He was just electric, always around the ball, high motor, everywhere the ball is, he there. So, that's probably my toughest challenge in the game, just in college, is that he's a great dominant player, and he just always around the football. So, and I like having football in my hands. So we had me and him was going at it.
So Pierre, being in college, is there a game that stands out to you as your favorite that you played in?
My favorite game, I have to go with we played University of South Dakota 2018, my redshirt freshman year. I say that game. Yeah, that game stands out just the way it was. It was ice all on the field, snow everywhere, and I still had a great game. So finished with I think 200 and 253 rushing yards. So that was my best game. So that's why I pointed that one out.
And the ice and snow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was cold.
And, being a running back, in your opinion, what is the most important trait that a running back should have?
I say vision. You got to be able to see the hole. You got to be able to know what's going to happen before it do, so you can anticipate it. So, if the O-line pushes somebody a certain way, that it's going to open up back behind them, or just little things like that. And also another thing is you got to know how to block as a running back. You got to protect. Quarterback's worth millions of dollars, so you gotta protect your quarterback at all times.
And now, what would you say, as far as your game goes, what is your biggest strength as far as what you bring to the table as a running back?
I got vision. And another thing is just one-on-one like matchup with the linebacker. I feel like I got great hands coming out the backfield, great route running ability, and I can make players miss in space. So just all that together, and I can pass block as well. So all that together, just all around player.
Yeah, for sure. And as the draft is approaching, is there anything specific that you're looking to improve on?
As of right now, just keeping the quarterback healthy. I mean, keeping the quarterback off the ground and just staying healthy. You can't play, if you're not healthy. So just staying healthy and just keep working on my blocking, my pass blocking for the quarterback. So that's about it right now.
Yeah, and you mentioned obviously going one-on-one with linebackers, is something that you excel in. And I, have to ask you, because we ask, everyone this, who they want to match up with in the NFL.
That's a tough question. Because then since I get to the NFL, I hope they don't hear this, but I have to go with probably that's a line. Well, he's a D line / linebacker, but I just want to Khalil Mack. I just want to just go up against him because to me he's my favorite. He's my favorite linebacker / DN. So just if I could do that versus my favorite and the best to do it, so I can do it versus anybody.
For sure. That's a great answer. Going up against a popular answer, guys are always naming their favorite players because they want to go up against in the best of the best. Iron sharpens iron. Right. So definitely a popular answer. But, we have to ask because we are a Los Angeles Rams based podcast during this season. Have you spoken to the Los Angeles Rams at all?
Yes, I talked to him. I talked to him a couple of times at the NFL Combine at the East West Shrine Bowl game. So I spoke with him a couple of times. Great. I love LA. Just out there, and I love y'all just won a Super Bowl too. So I mean, world defending champs. So everything's good on that side.
It's true.
Yeah, it is true. It's definitely not like when I first started the podcast and people were like, "Yeah, I'd like to be a Ram," and I'm like, "Okay, they were just 4-12, but that's great."
Right.
So, you mentioned the East-West Shrine game. You mentioned the Combine. So it's kind of a two-parter here. I want to ask you what your takeaways were and your overall experience from both, especially, looking at the Combine, the fact that you ran the fastest time of any running back.
It just took away, I didn't really take, I took away just the way, just the way I am, I'm mature, I'm real mature. So just taking away things like learning from all the vets that was at all the campaigns. So, we had a Terrence Davis Sr., he talked, Darren Waller talked. So just taking away, game from the vets, and with the Combine, with my times, man, I just worked so hard, for the past, really my whole life, but really these past 3 months, man, I just worked my tail off, man, really worked my tail off, had some up days, had some down days, but continued to work. And then, God blessed me to have the time that I ran, and, it was a blessing.
For sure. It's very impressive. So definitely something to feel good about there. But, just to close this out in your own words, who is Pierre Strong as a person and who is he as a player?
As a person, he's just, a confident guy, goofy guy, competitor, always in anything. We can be playing games. I'm a competitor, so I just compete with everything. And as a player, somebody that is not scared of a challenge, somebody that won't back down from nothing, and just somebody that's gonna put their all into whatever they're doing. So that's how I am. I'm just a hard worker.
Now, to kind of take a step away from football for a sec, I'm going to ask you to recommend us a TV show, an album, and for Alexis only, because she's into that, a snack.
Okay. So, I'm gonna have to go with man. I'm gonna have to. Let me see. I'm about to go. 1 second. I gotta get y'all a great album. I gotta get y'all a great album.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
It's a
And
lot
it's
of them.
okay.
So for the
It's okay if it's an older album too.
Yes.
Okay, for the albums, I'm gonna have to go with The Colors Deluxe by ABA Youngboy. It's a great album. You said an album, and you said a TV show. Outer Banks.
Okay,
Outer Banks.
that's on my list.
I'm still waiting on the next season. And for the favorite snack,
I'm telling you, it always makes me laugh.
I just like to know.
I'm gonna have to go with the Juicy Burst fruit snacks.
Okay.
Oh,
those are good.
Okay.
Yeah, them real good.
Yeah.
Them real good.
So yeah, I just really like. I really like snacks, especially when I'm watching TV shows. So I try to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, and get a TV show and a snack. Outer Banks, I have not seen, but I need to watch it because I've heard it's really good.
It's like Uncharted and like Indiana Jones type, where they're like looking for like treasure. Is that true?
Yeah, it's something like that. But it's just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of like little nitpick things that goes in them, like just stuff. Y'all just have to watch it. You know, it's a real great show though. They haven't came out with season 2 yet, so y'all still got time to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe
we always
I'll binge
take
the first season.
Yeah, we always take like any sort of, recommendation. We always, take that to heart. I mean, what was it? I forget who told me to watch it. One of the prospects we had on said to watch Bel Air. I watched that, loved it. That's still going on. And then the other one was telling me recently to watch Winning Time with John C. Reilly and the Lakers. It's like Magic Johnson, the Lakers, like Showtime Lakers. It's on there. That one's on HBO, and the other one is on Peacock, I believe. But yeah, those are 2 I would recommend. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Bel Air, real good. I started Bel Air. Yeah,
I love Bel Air. Very cool rendition of the old, comedic, sitcom, so to speak.
Yeah.
A lot of good shows out there. Well, thank you very much for your recommendations. And also thank you very much for coming on the show. We know it's a really, really busy time right now, so we really appreciate it. You taking the time out of your schedule to come talk to us. We are wishing you the best of luck as you continue this process. And we would love for you to end up on the Rams, but even if you end up somewhere else, we'll still be fans and follow your career. So thank you so much, Pierre. Please stay healthy as the draft approaches, and we will stay in touch.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Absolutely. You take care, man.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.